Hi there, it's Coach Powers. So we're going to do rotation 3 now, and we're doing the 6-2 offense, and you're going to see that the next rotations 4, 5, and 6 are basically the same as rotations 1, 2, and 3. So at the end of this video, I'm going to quickly go over rotations 4, 5, and 6. It's the same as 1, 2, and 3. So here's rotation 3. Okay, so here's rotation 3. You can see that now that our setter had originally started over here, he or she is now moved 2 spaces over. So 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, right? So you're just going in a clockwise direction, going around. And so now the setter is now in a place where they are 2 positions over from where they started. So that's rotation 3. All right, so let's look at what would happen after the referee has checked your lineup. You're now going to go into a position where you are in serve receive. And so this is kind of it's a little bit messed up over here, but this 6 should be right there. So the 1 is now pushing 6 up to the net. You've got 2, 3, and 5 being in hopefully a straight line, and those are your passers. And 4 is going to be passing some short stuff over here and then being ready to hit on the right. And then your 6 is going to be generally going to be a middle. Remember, they're opposite of 3. And so again, this is a little bit of a goofy position, but this is your back row, 1, 2, 3. And so the 3 and the 6 are catty corner from each other, right? They're opposite each other. 1 and 4 are opposite, and 5 and 2 are opposite. Let's look back at that previous slide. You can see how they're all opposite each other, right? 1, 4 is opposite, 3, 6 is opposite, and 2, 5 is opposite. Okay, so that's your serve receive. And now the ball comes over, pass, little number 3, pass the ball up to the setter. And now where the hit's going to go. Now, if you are just staying in position, maybe this 6 actually hits out here. What I've shown is if this is a middle, the middle oftentimes will come up, transition off to the 10-foot line and then hit in the middle right away. Okay. And then this actually looks a little bit different as well compared to what I like it to look like if I'm doing this. Let's go back one more time, because I like to pull number 5 back over here. Okay, so number 5 pulls back there, and so 1 pushes up, that's fine, but 5 is actually there. That way 5 can immediately go out and hit right away. And so in the one that you're seeing here, they pull 5 over to the right side. I don't do that typically. Typically, I want to pull that guy over there, okay, or that girl. So that's kind of what we're looking at there for a serve receive. And then if we're ready to hit the ball, boom, okay, they go and they hit. And again, watch them go back into base. Right now you have 6, 5, 4 kind of staying in positions. That 5 is kind of doing an awkward contact there, but could be really effective to actually have an outside hit out of the middle there if they're flexible and able to do that. But then they go to their base positions. Again, notice that the setter is always going to home base, always going to the right side of the court back there. And now, once again, you've got your outsides and then your middles. And again, the libero is usually in this position. And then your right side slash setter. So they're all in those positions. And that's rotation 3, okay? And that's where you'd be in base defense. So if you look at the next rotations, rotation 4, this is basically exactly opposite of what we did before, where 1 was here and 4 was there. And so now our 4 is our setter. And so now everything is going to be based from where that setter is going. And you'll notice again, you go to serve receive. Okay, 4 is pushing back behind. You go to... Now this 4 is the setter, you got some hitters, and then go to base defense. And at this point, again, your 5 and 2 are on the outside, 6 and 3 are in the middle, 1 and 4 are on the right side. So you're kind of switching so that you can keep the specialized positions in the same space. This is rotation 5, and again, the 5 is there. Okay, and you've got 4 being the setter, pushes up 1, and everybody kind of shifts over. And then you've got the pass to the setter and those 3 hitters. They'll go hit in those spots unless we switch right away. And then you switch back to base. And again, 2 and 5 are on the left, 6 and 3 are in the middle, 1 and 4 are on the right. And then finally, rotation 6, again, looks just like rotation 3. Okay, and again, what I would probably do in this case is I'd actually probably pull the 2 over here, and then 5 would be here, and 6 would be here. And then I would push the 3 up and the 4 there, so that way the 4 is pushed up close and can release to become a setter really quickly and easily, because that makes it a little bit easier for them to track to that spot. It's very difficult for the setter to release from off the net over this way, so I like to push them up in that situation. All right, and then go to passing the ball, and then the players are going to hit the positions, and of course then they go back and find their base positions. Now this base position is a little different than what we saw before. I think this might have been a little bit of a mistake on the part of the diagram, but remember the 2 and the 5 are typically here, and the 3 and the 6 are there, so I think these 2 were supposed to be switched, and that was probably just a mistake. Okay, so anyway, I just used a kind of a good little PowerPoint that goes through all that stuff, and so it's got a few differences from what I would do, but if you've studied this will help you to kind of understand what types of things that coaches are typically looking for when they're looking for rotations. I hope that's been helpful.